¿Te gustaría pelear con Shakur y ellos también?
Sí, también. Sería un buen acuerdo.
But since Tank Davis seems more focused on Lomachenko, both fighters have come to agreement as Cruz finally accepts Tank's challenge.
He'll be back in March, probably even April.
And which opponent are you looking at?
Yeah, he looked as sharp his last fight. He did what he had to do.
Stevenson hasn't had it easy recently, especially after many fighters in his weight class have voiced their reluctance in fighting him. It may be Campos is cause, oh, Pitbull turned me down. And when you ask why, many fighters easily point to his fighting style as the reason they'll never lock horns against him in the squared circles. Oppa turned me down. I know from the rankings Coasts is next, so I think it will be Campos. His last opponent, Edwin Dos Santos, had his most frustrating night when he faced Shakur Stevenson. It got so bad that at times Dos Santos threw his hands up in frustration, and joining him in that emotion was the crowd as boos cascaded upon them. No matter how hard he tried, Dos Santos found it impossible to land a clean shot on the former Olympic silver medalist. Once the final bell rang, Dos Santos didn't have a single bruise on his face, although he didn't take much damage. He also wasn't able to inflict any following 36 minutes of lackluster action. Stevenson walked away with a close unanimous decision victory in the vacant WBC lightweight.
The pay to turn me down. I know from the rankings Cambosis is next, so I think it will be Cambosis.
Todos saben lo que pasó. Vinimos fue para una carrera de atletismo.
Even though Santos left the arena without a belt, he felt that he had earned the respect of everyone in the world, at least figuratively. Dos Santos said, "You know what? I came to fight. He came for a track meet. I wouldn't say that I'm on his level. I show that I am on a higher level because he never stood and fought like he does with other fighters. We all know what happened. He came for a track meet. He didn't come to fight. I did my job, that's what he did. They gave him the title, but I'm the people's champion fight tonight. I came to put on a fight, and Shakur Stevenson decided not to fight." Despite Stevenson's apology, the boxing community has yet to forgive him for that in-ring atrocity. Hey, listen, I have nothing to say about what Stevenson said. As a boxer, we go through a lot, so I'm fine. I don't make any excuses.
Fue lo que hizo y le regalaron el título, pero yo soy campeón del pueblo.
You know what? I came to fight. He came for a track meet, and I wouldn't say that I'm on his level. I say I'm above his level.
When asked to elaborate on what was wrong with him, Stevenson said, I wasn't feeling too good. So, that's all I'm really focused on. I'll live with it, it's okay. I came here, got the victory, which was all I wanted to do." Stevenson had previously told Osuna that there was something physically wrong with him while he was in the ring. Stevenson continued, "I honestly didn't feel well before the fight, and I've already told myself that if I'm feeling bad in the ring, Emma will make sure I box and win." Shakur, who only managed 21 left hooks tonight, may appear to be a one-handed fighter, but in his frantic hunt for a top opponent, ideally a world champion in his weight class, who would also risk losing his title in order to bring about union, Shakur Stevenson has announced that Isaac Cruz will be his upcoming opponent. Shakur Stevenson accused Isaac Cruz of ducking him, saying, "I know you wouldn't talk about it, and Pop-Up wouldn't tell me anything about your left hand. Was your left hand hurt?" After that, the deal was sealed, and both fighters are now scheduled to give fans one of the most visually stunning performances ever. In addition, Isaac Cruz has threatened to knock out Shakur Stevenson.
I really don't care about it. I had a bad performance tonight. That's all I'm really focused on.
I know you wouldn't talk about it, and Pop-Up wouldn't tell me anything about your left hand. Was your left hand?
Boom, this, that, and the third. I tried to fight Isaac Cruz first. He was the first person I tried to.
In a newly uploaded video, he stated, "Shakur Stevenson, let's get started. You can't run away from me. I'll beat you mercilessly and knock you out." With this, we can officially confirm that Shakur Stevenson and Isaac Cruz will face off. Shakur Stevenson is an aggressive puncher, also known as the Mexican. Mike Tyson, the warrior who uses his feet rather than his fists to pursue greatness, is a man who puts his weapons to bear on sugar. The fact that Shakur Stevenson enjoys running around the ring against his opponents is even more exciting to spectators. This will be challenging because Stevenson's approach eventually contradicts the Mexicans, who would always push forward to his opponents, as we witnessed in the battle against Devin Tank. See how far we can go. Davis F. Large left hook. Cambo gets injured once more and tries to figure out what's going on. But big left hook. Many people think that his distinct fighting style kept him competitive all the way to the finish. In Davis's professional career, Cruz was just the second man to help him reach the scorecards. Davis's 16-fight winning streak came to an end with the victory. Cruz, on the other hand, demanded a rematch, saying he had earned it through hard work and wrestling. As the fight entered its 9th round, he dropped to the canvas and ripped an uppercut. It seemed unlikely that a rematch would happen. Cruz's courageous effort left an impression, and Davis made it apparent that he is unquestionably a warrior. Even though he didn't win, according to Davis, a star was created tonight as he outshot Cruz 133-1. The 121 punches that Cruz landed were the most that any opponent of Davis had ever used the range, and when he did, Davis decided to throw an uppercut that just missed Davis's average. Immediately following the fight, Davis insisted he had no interest in facing Cruz again. But later on, the Baltimore-bred knockout artist changed his mind, saying, "I'll fight him again. I'll stop him next time. And how can people say I lost this fight? Oh my God, I did a lot of nonsense in this fight," as well as in 2 deleted tweets on Twitter. After the fight against Cruz, Davis stated that he was dealing with a left-hand injury that limited him during the fight. Davis lost a lot of steam from his offense as Cruz mounted his competitive comeback again down there. And that's where he got him. There's that lead right uppercut that landed the Mexican fighter. Davis wants to go forward in this round and is going to do it out pretty well. Cruz has repeatedly demanded a sequel after dominating Eduardo Ramirez and Yuri Ortega in 2022. What further adds intrigue to this bout is that both fighters would prefer to take on Dan Davis, but Davis has favored Lomachenko, so instead they have decided to square off in the squared circle. Additionally, Shakur Stevenson recently criticized Devon Davis.
Garcia fight.
I'm saying though, like, how many times he got to say he gonna fight an elite fighter and never fight him?
Prior to his bout with Artem Haritunian Shakur, Stevenson promised to demolish the opponent, who had just lost to Martin via unanimous decision. However, Stevenson's main goal was still to face Davis in the future, a match that may feature the 2 finest lightweights in the world. When examining Davis's combat record, Stevenson 26 brings up Davis's age of 30, asking how many times Davis will declare he will take on an elite fighter just to back out. Stevenson said, "Geez, he's 30 years old now, bro. He's talking about fighting me." He then said, "Okay, well, do it." Having won 3 division titles, Stevenson is becoming irritated with his lack of significant matches. "How will you fight me?" "Oh, when will you fight me?" He said, "Next, okay, then go ahead and do it." Here I am. To participate, simply submit an offer. Though Stevenson has titles in 3 divisions and is a unified world champion in the junior lightweight division, there has been a crop of young and rising fighters in the modern era at and around his weight class, including Ryan Garcia, Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, and Stevenson. Stevenson hasn't faced any of his peers. "Are you really going to fight me? Or are you just going to keep saying what you are going to do to somebody?" said. Davis Stevenson, shut up and fight me. Stevenson thinks it's easy to pick a battle with him. All you have to do is send an offer. He only needs a contract. It's an aside, bro. Although I'm not claiming to be the aside you, I'm here even though you're on the sidelines, with all the variety and all the ways it goes. I understand that I am not claiming to be the sidekick. You are the one with all the fame, whatever that may be, but I am here. And I'm not leaving when you say, let's fight, let's battle. Stevenson even expressed his unhappiness with Martin for canceling their bout, which was supposed to take place in November of last year for the vacant World Boxing Council lightweight title. "I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. As you say, let's fight. I'm right here. Let's battle." In the end, Stevenson defeated Edwin de los Santos to win the lightweight World Boxing Council title in a dull bout. What did Frank Martin do to become an elite? Question. Martin hasn't fought since last July. Stevenson, though, he will tell you 100 times that he wants to fight this person. Frank Martin is a guy who signed up to fight me, became well known for doing so, and then decided not to fight me. This was a long time after he had repeatedly called Isaac Cruz, who had previously stated that he would not fight Shakur Stevenson due to his fighting style. Shakur Stevenson was forced to criticize several of his divisional rivals. It was simply forgotten as a result of one performance that was shared on Instagram Live 100 times. The Newark, New Jersey 2-division champion let off fury when his name surfaced in a number of potential matches. The World Boxing Council had at the time announced an ordered lightweight fight between the skilled southpaw and Cruz, which boasts an intriguing clash of styles, but is probably unrealistic due to promotional alliances. Stevenson specifically brought in Mexican pressure fighter Cruz, also known by the moniker Pitbull,